Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. I'm coming up with this other series of videos on economics, an introduction to the subject of economics. The videos are useful to students in senior school, colleges, universities, and the general public who want to understand the subject of economics and basically to understand the economics of their country or where they live. So in this video, we are going to cover the following. In this tutorial, we want to see what is the economic problem, what economics is. In short, we are going to define the subject of economics. Then we are going to look at the economic agents. And lastly, I'll focus on the difference between free goods and economic goods. If you're that type of person who likes free goods or free things, we shall see in the context of economics which one is a free good. Welcome once again. If you have not subscribed to the channel, consider doing so because you'll be not making a mistake by subscribing to the channel. Let's dive into the content in this tutorial. The first thing to ask ourselves is what is the basic economic problem? Is there a problem? Yes, there is a problem. Allow me to use this case. This is a case concerning me. This concerning me. These are the things which I need. I need a pair of shoes which is costing $24, fuel which will cost me $30. I need some lunch for $2, some clothes for $30. So in total, my needs are amounting to $86. But look at the situation. The situation is that I only have $50 with me. So is there a problem? Yes, there is. What is a problem? I need $86, but I have $50. So we can already tell that there is a shortage. Whenever we have a shortage of resources, because these are my resources, financial resources, of course, whenever we have a shortage of resources against the needs and wants we want to cover, that's where the problem comes in. So in economics, what name do we give to this problem? Look up here. The problem is scarcity. So what is scarcity? Scarcity is a situation whereby we have limited resources to meet unlimited needs and wants. For instance, my case here, I have only $50. I need to meet my needs amounting to $86. That is scarcity and it defines the economic problem. Think about yourself. How many things do you want to have? Do you want to buy? Do you want to acquire? And how much do you have? Then you'll find economics is all about how you allocate those limited resources to meet those unlimited needs and wants. For instance, I have to do away with something here, perhaps the fuel, then I'll choose another means of transport. That's now when I will be applying the concept of economics. So we ask ourselves, so what is this subject of economics? Economics, I've given this detailed definition, but I've highlighted some of the terms and I will explain the reason why they are looking so. So the first one is economics, the study of how individuals, we have farms, we have governments, they strive. To strive is not something easy. These are cases whereby you are struggling to do something. So they strive to allocate scarce resources. Remember, this is the problem of economics. And they are meeting unlimited needs and wants. Look at that. This definition is so much detailed, and we want to look at it bit by bit. What are the components of this definition? So the first thing we ask ourselves, what makes up the definition of economics? Then we find that one, we have individuals, firms, governments. Then Who are these people? In economics, these ones we shall call them the economic agents. So what are the economic agents? These economic agents, they are basically the decision makers. In short, these are the people who make decisions on how to allocate the scarce resources to meet those unlimited needs and wants. The next thing, it is the strive to allocate resources. The strive here, it means you have to make a decision. You're striving. You're looking at which one should I meet first, which one should I leave. And then what are you making decision about? Scarce resources versus unlimited needs and wants. And what did we call this? We said this is now basically the economic problem. And all the societies on earth, in the world, they have this problem. So because of this economic problem, you have to make a decision on what should you first deal with and what should you leave. And this now makes up the definition or sums up the definition of the subject of economics. Going forward, let's dive into more detail. What are these things we are calling needs and wants? Interestingly, they are not the same. They don't mean the same. So, a need, these are things that are essential for human survival. Think about the things you need for you to survive. You need some food. That is very true. You need some shelter. You need some drinking water. This now brings the basic needs or the things which you need for you to survive. And when we come to the other side of wants, these ones, they are not necessary for human survival, but they are desired. You see, this desire, this is what makes now economics should make sense. People will always desire to have more wants, to have more things. For example, everybody is desiring to have a car, you want to have a computer, a smartphone, an entertainment system, you need some good life. It's not just a basic life. So human beings are say that they are rational. In short, you keep on needing more at the lowest cost possible, of course. And I will say that these needs and wants, they may vary depending on people and their economic status. You may find that some of the things which you classify as wants, like cars, to somebody that is a need. It depends on the economic and social class of different people. But basically, we have the needs which to be met. Things which you need for survival. Remember these ones, they are things which, if they are not in your life, you will still live. So that is meant to demystify the difference between needs and wants. And we ask ourselves, we have these economic goods, we have free goods. I told you that I'll mention something about free goods and economic goods. I know economic goods are easier to understand. For example, you say that economic goods are the ones which are limited in supply. You not find them everywhere. They are very scarce. Think about minerals, very scarce. And for you to get them, you have to give out some effort, meaning that you're either going to pay for them or you're going to work for them. For instance, if you need a car, you're going to pay for the car. If you need cotton, you either pay for the cotton or you go to the farm, grow your cotton, work on it until you harvest. So the effort is needed. The same thing to food. You either buy food or you can grow your own food. Television, something you will have to buy. So all these goods here, they fall under economic goods. On the other hand, these free goods are usually unlimited in supply. They occur in abundance. And then we say that these goods, you don't need any effort to obtain them. They are freely available in plenty. and there is no opportunity cost in using them. Opportunity cost is still a concept in economics. So we say that because you do not purchase them, you do not reallocate resources from another need for you to consume free goods. And that way they do not have opportunity cost. Think about sunshine, the oceans, the air around us. Those things are free of charge and we do not spend. Neither, nobody has spent for them to be available. Remember, there is this case. There's a difference between free goods and public goods. The fact that you're not paying for a good does not make it free. For instance, the roads we are using, they are not free. Why? It is because some money has been used to build those roads. Some money has been spent, so it cannot be a free good. That falls under the category of public goods. When you talk about street lighting, that's not a free good, it's a public good. And then we also have other categories of merit goods and demerit goods, but that one will be discussed later on. For introduction to economics, you are being given the meaning of economic goods and the free goods. For every person in business doing or simply the economic agents, they ask themselves these basic economic questions. One is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Even an individual, they have to think of what should I produce, what should I make, how will I make it, and this forms actually the resources which are needed for one to make these goods. So the three basic questions are there: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So that is the introduction to economics. Thank you for watching this video. Consider subscribing.